Dudgeon vs. United Kingdom, 1981. Episode 1. The man who challenged the law. History is often remembered through the names of kings, governments, and wars. But sometimes, history changes because of one ordinary person, one individual, one decision, one act of courage. This is the story of Jeffrey Dudgeon, a man from Belfast whose determination would eventually reshape one of the most important areas of European human rights law. This is not simply the story of one court case. It is the story of how a single citizen challenged the legal system of an entire state and changed history. To understand this case, we must first travel back to Northern Ireland in the 1970s. These were not ordinary years. The streets of Belfast were marked by military patrols, security checkpoints, and political violence. The conflict, later known as the Troubles, affected almost every aspect of daily life. Communities were deeply divided. Trust was fragile. Fear was common. Yet, beneath the political conflict, another issue remained largely hidden: the relationship between the individual and the power of the state. At that time, Northern Ireland still enforced criminal laws dating back to the 19th century. These Victorian-era laws criminalized certain private consensual conduct between adult men. Although similar laws had already been reformed in England and Wales in 1967, they remained in force in Northern Ireland. For many people, they were simply old statutes sitting quietly in law books. But for others, their existence carried real legal consequences. Jeffrey Dudgeon was one of those people. He was not a politician. He was not a judge. He was not a famous public figure. He lived an ordinary life in Belfast. Few could have imagined that his name would one day appear in law schools, university textbooks, and judgments across Europe. In January 1976, everything changed. Police officers entered Dudgeon's home while executing a search connected to another investigation. During that search, they discovered private correspondence and personal diaries. Those documents revealed intimate details of his private life. Instead of ending with the original investigation, the search took an entirely different direction. Dudgeon was taken to a police station. There, he was questioned for approximately 4.5 hours. The questioning focused not on terrorism, nor on violent crime, but on his private life and personal relationships. No criminal charges were ultimately brought against him. Yet for Dudgeon, the experience left a lasting impression. The issue, however, extended beyond one police interview. The laws themselves remained in force. Their existence meant that private conduct could still fall within the reach of the criminal law. Dudgeon believed that this constant legal risk interfered with his private life. He believed that the law itself, not only its enforcement, had become part of the problem. That idea would later become one of the most significant legal questions before the European Court of Human Rights. Most people, after such an experience, might simply try to move on. Jeffrey Dudgeon made a different choice. He decided that the matter would not end in Belfast. Instead, he would take his complaint beyond Northern Ireland, beyond the United Kingdom, and eventually, before the European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg. It was a decision that would require years of determination, years of legal proceedings, and years of uncertainty. He could not know how history would judge his case. He only knew that he believed the law had crossed a line. In the next episode, we follow Jeffrey Dudgeon into the courtroom of the European Court of Human Rights. How did one ordinary citizen persuade an international court that a law could violate fundamental rights, even when no conviction had been secured? And how did that judgment go on to influence legal systems across Europe? That is the next chapter, to be continued